Brian doesn't know how to do something.
It would help if I turn y'all's mics on.
Are we on? This is why we do the warm-up. Test, 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 test. Can you hear it? Test, 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 test.
Yes, we're good now.
Good. This
Making
is
radio.
going very well.
Making radio shows.
That would have been great, though, if we left it off the entire time and then people had to read our lips to figure out what we were talking about.
No, that wouldn't have been great.
No? We could have dubbed it. And
There's
then
nothing good about
whatever
that.
to say.
You ready to kick this pig?
I'm trying to.
You always say that, and I never.
It's a movie reference.
What movie?
Women up Periscope. He's on the submarine and he says, "Let's kick this pig." And then it's also a Jackass. What's his name from Jackass?
Johnny Knoxville?
Yeah, Johnny Knoxville.
Bill? Is that right?
Now
So whose hat? Okay, objective decision in the room, and Facebook, you can chime in on this.
Please do.
This one's a hat wearer. She wears hats, and last time she was guest hosting, I did not have a hat on, and I had a Geaux Rouge hat on.
You had a Geaux Rouge, yeah.
And she brought her A game for hats, and so I know I can't go unhatted. So I did the driver cap, if you will, the it's gonna sound so douchey. Robert Graham.
It's like a tam, isn't that what they call it?
I don't know what they call these kind of hats, but I'm feeling like this is my A.
It's a Gadsby hat.
It's
Isn't
a
it?
Gadsby
Like a
hat.
golfer?
This is an A game hat for Franz Broghardt. So I need to know whose hat, and it's almost not fair because your hat, like the whole entire adorable thing going on.
It's an outfit. It's not just a hat. It's a look, if you will.
My son said I look like a Bergen this morning. That's right, a Bergen from Troy.
That's just so wrong.
Oh, let me tell you what on the way back from Disney. On the way back from Disney, it was, I just want you to know, and I quote Jules Fisher Borghardt, and I quote, "Daddy, I just want you to know I love Mommy so much more than you." So are you saying that Daddy's number 2? Long, awkward pause, as if he's thinking about this question.
Like what?
Yeah, Daddy, you're number 2.
Well, that could have been like you're the. I don't want to curse on the air, but like you're
the bottom.
No, like you're the thing. You're like when it's a good thing. Like this is the.
Yeah, I got it.
Finally.
Can we do the radio show now? Can we do the radio show now?
This is all you. It's all you.
Episode 16, Brian.
Yep, just let me know when you're ready. Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
Okay.
I'm 5. I want a hippopotamus for Christmas.
Any hippopotamus? Or just a hippopotamus? Probably any.
When Lauren Westbrook... What's wrong, sir? Am I on officially now?
Yeah.
All right. It's time for another episode of the Geaux Rouge Show. This is Franz Broghardt, live in studio. Brian Haldane's on master controls. And special guest host to get... This is 2 times for you now.
2 times.
This is becoming a thing, right? Chelsea Gidden from Sasso.
Hey.
Shout out to Sasso for letting you come play with us again.
For letting me be here. Anything you need, marketing, branding, we kind of do it all. So hit us up at sassoagency.com.
Like a great advertisement for Sasso.
Oh my God, it's like we do that.
So,
like thing we do.
So we got a special episode this week. This is episode 16. Chelsea, Brian, this is our monthly Women in Motion episode.
Women in Motion. And it's Women's History Month or just Women's Month.
Almost.
You look at.
Almost like we planned it that way.
You're so brilliant, Franz.
I knew that March was women's.
So you're saying we're going to have more women?
I think so.
Is the whole month going to be all women?
It's raining women. Hallelujah. So, the Geaux Rouge Show is brought to you by the following show sponsors. We have the Smith Shankling Sosa Law Firm, personal injury law firm. They're the premier Baton Rouge personal injury attorneys. They're not those billboard guys. They don't stand on trucks. They don't,
hunting. They don't go hunting and show you their pictures.
No, they don't kill zombie insurance people. Shout out to Gordon. Realtor Brittany Melanson, Breck, Louisiana Tech Park, Sullivan's, my favorite community steakhouse.
And you do a show on Thursdays, right?
Yeah, Thursdays at Sullivan's, 2 to 3 times a month. Knockout, #knockout. You've been to the Thirsty Thursday before.
I have, but I'm already thinking ahead to this Thursday when we know Thirsty Thursday isn't going to happen.
I like
because
the segue into
Wingamania is going down Thursday.
So this Thursday, 6 to 9 at Tin Roof, we have the Wingamania. We're stopping breast cancer one chicken wing at a time. Proceeds go to Mary Bird Perkins. Tickets are $30. You can go to the Wingamania page on either Wingamania, or you go to the Geaux Rouge page and you can go to events. So yeah, we're doing a charity wing of it. Brian, you're going to be DJing this event. Right?
Yes, I will. Looking forward to this.
I'm so excited.
Do you also judge? Do you judge, Franz?
No, it's people's choice this time around.
It's all people's choice.
So you come, you get to pick out of our 12 vendors. So that's 20. You get 2 wings from each person, 24 wings, but it's really all you can eat wings. I can't eat more than 24. I mean, I can't eat more than 24.
I don't know if I could either.
So
is each vendor doing 2 wings? I know I went last year, and each vendor I think did 2 different
two different
styles.
wings. Yes.
Okay.
So, but it's really all you can eat. But I tell people, if you can eat more than 24 chicken wings, good for you. You're on my prayer list. So, last but not least, the Geaux Rouge Show is brought to you by the Broghardt Law Firm. That's my firm. That's my law firm. You know, I practice law. I practice law. Yeah. So, all right. So we got a great lineup today. We have Abigail Hamilton, who's going to come talk about Crawfete 2020. We got Janice, who's going to talk about her book and speaking at the Women's Leadership Conference for Junior League,
which is next week, next Friday,
right.
Friday the 13th.
You know what? We're going to have Junior League in the second segment to talk about it, and then lastly, we're going to have Jamie and Mimi from B1 Bank come in and talk. So we got a jam-packed women's episode. So let's go on and kick things off. We got Abigail. Abigail, come on in. So, Chelsea, I don't know if you know Abigail or not. Abigail is my spirit animal. If I had do Baton Rouge,
your Patronus.
Yeah, my Patronus. If I had a Patronus about doing Baton Rouge right, it would shoot out of me and look like a blue, spiritual Abigail. That's how much I love what you're doing in Baton Rouge right now.
Lots of events going on.
Right. So we're here today to talk about Crawfete.
Yes.
Okay. So one of the best Epicurean Society events in Baton Rouge.
Absolutely.
It's at Perkins Row. I'm not stealing all your thunder, by the way. I'm hyped up. I'm excited.
Yeah.
So talk to me. March 8th?
March 8th, this Sunday.
All right.
2 to 5 p.m.
Okay.
Perkins Row. We have expanded from last year, so it's going to be great. We're expecting 800 to 900 people. We have expanded our VIP. We have fabulous sponsors. We have, I think, 16 boilers and 18 or 19 gourmet participants. Everything either boiled crawfish or crawfish inspired.
Okay, so some crawfish etouffee maybe, or a jambalaya with crawfish.
Absolutely.
It's insane.
And some really interesting crawfish twists.
Okay.
So we have also Budweiser products will be included with your ticket.
Okay.
Nice.
New things for this year. Well, first of all, we have live music by Last Call. We also have a kids area, kids zone sponsored by Raising Cane's.
Nice.
And they're giving away some goodies to the kids.
So when you say kids area, tell me more. As someone who has a hellion 4-year-old.
Exactly.
Shout out Fisher.
Exactly. So they're going to be doing kids activities. And so the first 100 kids that complete their activity, they will get a free kids combo. Ooh. So it will be on one end of Perkins Row, over by the new area where the
there's a whole new area with the
grass,
right, the hangout area.
Well,
really nice.
You guys also have VIP tickets too, right?
Great VIP. So this year, our VIP, we have a special VIP entrance and a tent sponsored by Tito's. We're going to have a Tony Seafood boiling just for VIP.
I love Tony.
600 pounds of crawfish. We have Solera cooking, Ben 77 cooking. We have 3-roll rum. We're going to have a whole exciting area and perks from just different perks from 225 and register and things like that.
So Sunday, March 8th, 2 to 5. How much is a ticket?
The general admission tickets are $50 and the VIP are $100. And kids tickets are $25 if you're between 3 and 11.
I have gone to this event before.
Yes.
I went when it was out at Mockler. So
yes.
That was a long time ago, right?
Yeah.
I will tell you guys listening on Facebook World and on the radio, this event is worth every dollar of it. If you don't have fun at this event, you're doing it wrong. And I will say, I'm going to throw out a suggestion.
Oh, boy, here we go.
Kids area, teach a kid how to do something. When is it too early to teach your kid how to peel a crawfish?
Never.
Like,
Never too
when
young.
do you remember,
So this is going to be shameful. I peeled my first crawfish when I was 28 years old.
Awkward
Wow.
pause.
I know. It's shameful. I know. I don't know. I just didn't grow up doing it.
I can only think of one thing more shameful than that, and that's people that wear gloves to peel crawfish.
Ew. Okay. No. Didn't do that.
Joking. There's awkward looks coming from the room because apparently somebody in this room does that. Brian, when did you show your kid how to first peel a crawfish?
7 years old.
7 years old.
7 years old.
Wow.
So
it goes crawfish, first communion, in that order.
So Fisher cannot peel a crawfish yet, but Fisher will eat peeled crawfish.
So you peel
at
full.
7 years old,
yes.
you don't eat crawfish unless you peel crawfish.
And I quote, it's picey. It's picey crawfish.
Yeah.
So, all right.
I also want to point out the weather is going to be perfect.
Oh, yes.
70 degrees, partly cloudy. So it's really going to be a great time.
And remind us what this is raising money for. What
The Baton Rouge Epicurean Society
Mm-hmm.
and the
Perfect.
Louisiana Hospitality Foundation. So all of our money stays local.
That's great.
So it's all community, and we're 501c3, both of us. So it's great.
So, good event, good cause.
Come hungry.
Perkins Row. By the way, Perkins Row, we've had them as a guest before. That's an excellent event space.
It's fabulous. They're so generous.
They're very community oriented.
Absolutely.
And that's and look, as someone who occasionally, I mean, you put on events professionally. I like dabble in
You
events.
dabble.
you
Chicken,
do more than
chicken,
that.
More than
chicken
dabble.
wings. But my point
dive
is,
in.
one of the big headaches of events, and we're going to talk to Junior Lee, we're going to talk to others about event planning at some point, is the venue and the cost of the venue. Because
Absolutely, yeah.
sometimes if you're doing a charity event and the cost of the venue is so expensive that it's counterproductive to the event, then it's like, no, we can't. But Perkins Row has always been very giving and generous, very community oriented. So I like
great partner.
Yeah. Parking's not really an issue over there. But if you're going to, the criminal defense attorney in me wants to point out that if you're going to indulge in some tasty adult beverages, maybe Uber or Lyft.
Yes.
Uber and Lyft are not show sponsors, so I give love equally.
Equal love.
Equal love.
I like it.
So, okay, well, anything else on the agenda, Abigail?
Tickets, breastbr.org, or you can go to
Okay.
Eventbrite. We're only selling them through Eventbrite until the day of. If we have tickets left, they will be $5 more a piece.
Okay.
We will sell them at the door. Last year it sold out, and we did turn a lot of people away.
Does running out of crawfish need to be a concern for anybody?
It's not considered unlimited, but I know that I couldn't make it all the way around and taste.
So you were able to, you shouldn't be worried about, yeah.
Yeah, there'll be plenty of food.
As
Plenty.
as some have said, it's all you can eat, but not eat all you can. But it's not all you can eat. So, but yeah, it should be plenty of food for most
Oh, they're
normal.
fabulous.
Is there a Facebook event or anything? I know you said the website. Is there anywhere else people can get more information about Crawfete?
Yeah, so on our Facebook page, Baton Rouge Epicurean Society or the Louisiana Hospitality Foundation. And also list all of our competitors, either in the gourmet or the boiling category.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you guys coming in. Abigail and I are going to sit down on. We're going to sit down on Thursday. We're going to do a Facebook Live, talk a little bit more about this event and Wingamania. So, Abigail, always a pleasure.
Thank you so much for having me.
Tell your family we said hello, and we will be seeing you Thursday.
Okay. Thank you.
Absolutely.
I want to go to this event.
I do too.
I mean, if I can recover from the wing event, I think Crawfete is going to be my next big one.
I don't know if that's going to fit on my diet. I'm trying to slim down before the show. So
You're out of control. Are you sure? I mean,
Yes.
I'm not supposed to talk about women in weight. I've been told that that's a dangerous territory.
Oh Lord.
But so what's your diet?
So right now, I'm really trying to just cut carbs or do like the tiniest bit of carbs. Doing lots of protein and veggies. So lots of chicken. I eat so much chicken, and so much broccoli. My office hates me because I heat up my broccoli and then the whole kitchen smells like broccoli, and it's probably not so desirable.
Well, speaking of broccoli, we have Janice Lamy. Hey, Janice, what's going on? Janice is author of a book that you absolutely need to read if you haven't read it already, Creating Your Own Success Plan, a career success guide for women. But as I understand it, a man can read this book and it would be equally,
Yes.
valuable, if you will.
Definitely.
So one of the reasons we have Janice in, though, Chelsea, is Janice is one of the speakers, presenters at the Women's Leadership Conference. Not this week, but next week. So
Friday the 13th.
How are you doing, Janice?
I'm
How's
doing
life?
great.
So Janice, actually, Julio from Business Report connected.
Julio Malara,
yes,
yes.
connected Janice
Shout
and
out
I.
Julio.
It was a great connection. I had coffee with her. We've been talking. I want to hear all about what's going on.
Okay.
So you write this book,
Right.
but for those
I was
who
going to say, show us the book.
the book is in studio. So you write this book. What was that experience like?
it was one of the most amazing experiences of my life. It was as though this was just pouring out of me, and I never intended to write a book. Never, ever intended to write a book. But I'm at a certain point in my career where I really enjoy mentoring people, especially women, as they're coming up through their careers. And I kept getting this nagging voice saying, you need to be doing something more, not something else. I love what I do. I'm in marketing and healthcare. It's one of the best jobs I could ever have. But I need to be doing something more. So I kind of sat with that, like, what is that? Realized that mentoring is very important to me, especially for women, as I've said. And so then, boom, one day, I got this message that I had to write a book. And this is coming from the universe, I suppose.
So the universe opened up, spoke to you and said, in your spare time, write a book. So, okay. So you get this inspiration to write a book. Mm-hmm. Why this book?
Because of mentoring women. How do I scope and scale that? How do I reach more women than maybe the 12 that I've mentored throughout my career, 30 years? So book makes a lot of sense. Get a book out there. It's on Amazon. People can pick it up today. And then help women actually put together strategic plans for their careers. Whoever does that. I think some people do. I never did. And
I didn't really either until recently.
Yeah, it's something, and it's so freeing and so focusing at the same time, right? So if I can help women figure out what they want to do, where they want to be in 3, 5, and 10 years, and give them the steps to actually stick with it and make it happen. That's so empowering for them. It's so empowering for me. And one of the reasons I think that this book came to me is I'm concerned about the disparities in leadership between women and men. In healthcare, 80% of the workforce is women. 18% are in leadership roles. So that's pretty drastic.
Unbalanced.
Yes.
For sure.
And, we can sit around and complain about it, or we can be proactive and give people the tools to make a difference. And I think the way we make a difference is one by one. Make your strategic plan for your career, move it forward, and see what you can do.
So who is the ideal reader, besides Chelsea? Who is the ideal reader for this book?
Well, it's really for anyone, because you can write a plan. Like I have a plan for the next 10 years of my career, and then I'll be retired, right? But it's mainly for women in the early and mid stages of their career who are looking for that toehold, looking for that, how do I get to where I want to get? Where do I want to get? Some women that I talk with about the book is 10 years from now, I have no idea where I want to be.
Right.
Well,
that's me.
Yeah. Don't start there. Start at 5, start at 3, but start. That's the point. Get a plan together, move it forward.
So what would be the first step when, we're reading your book, we're understanding everything, but if I'm going to make my 3 and my 5-year plan, what's my first step? Because right now I listen to that and I go, that's terrifying.
Yes.
For me to try to plan all that. I'm scared.
Yeah, and we should talk about what holds people back from doing this. But the very first step is realizing what's important to you. What are your core values? And you have to sit with that for a bit, come up with 5 core values, rank them in order of importance to you. And that's very important because it makes a difference how you rank them. And then you write a focus statement based on those core values, linking them together in order. It's 1 or 2 sentences, something you can easily remember. Just put it in your handbook and just take out and read from time to time. Put it in your smartphone, that kind of thing.
That's like your cornerstone.
This is my foundation. This is who I am. This is what matters. And then you start with your goals.
So I want to talk about what are the obstacles to success.
Yes.
Because what is it? Some people only do planning and New Year's resolutions. Mm-hmm. Some people are list makers. What is it that is the biggest obstacle to us, whether it's women or men, reaching our goals?
There's 3 things.
Okay.
There's fear of failure specifically, limiting beliefs, which are so hidden you may not even know you have them.
Tell me more about that.
And then the third one is myth of perfection.
Okay.
So if we start with limiting beliefs, I realized recently that I had one. Never knew it was there. But by doing some soul searching and some introspection and some why do I seem to not be able to make things happen sometimes in my life? It was the limiting belief that I don't deserve success. Think about that.
That's a phenomenon. That's a social phenomenon in particular for women, right?
Yes.
The what is it called?
Fear of success.
Fear of success, and then also imposter syndrome.
Imposter syndrome's big.
Yeah. So, how do you tackle that?
Well, first you got to find out that you have it, right?
Right.
Take some time to do that, and then look at it. And the reason that I had this limiting belief was something that happened to me in my childhood.
Okay.
And how silly is that? So look at it, laugh at it, and throw it away.
So your emotional construction crews are tearing down those walls. You're throwing that. Okay. So if I'm hearing you right, it means taking stock of where you are.
Yeah.
and who you are.
Right.
Okay.
That's the foundation for it.
Okay. And then you mentioned another one, this perfection.
The myth of perfection.
I need to hear about this.
I think women have that probably more than men because we're expected to be perfect. None of us are perfect. We'll never
Right.
be perfect. And so we put off putting the plan together because it won't be perfect. We put off going to some event because I don't have the perfect outfit. There's always things that keep us from doing things, and it's that myth of perfection. And again, that's something you've got to find a way to laugh at because it's silly holding that back.
So one of the interesting things in my travels and journeys with talking to women entrepreneurs, women leaders, I have had the discussion before, and I know we've got some time to keep going on this. I've had the discussion before about judgment.
Yes.
So I can do a million things, and very seldom does someone look at me and judge me for being a quote-unquote bad father. I very seldom get people saying to me, when do you spend time with your kid and all this stuff.
Right.
But when you talk to women leaders, there is a complex about if you do all these things and you're prioritizing as a mother, but you're doing all these things, man, society is so unfairly more judgmental of mommies doing these things
Yes.
than men. And I think it's an interesting phenomenon because I don't know why it is. I mean, it may just be the way that we view women
It is.
versus men, but it is an interesting dynamic. And the reason this buildup is, do you address that in your book in terms of having the family, balancing it with work life?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
That's the first half of the book is how to write your success plan. The second half are tips for navigating your career.
Okay.
And balancing is one part of that. Determining at some point in your life, if you haven't had children yet, do you want to? And how do you work that into your plan? So I didn't have a success plan. I have one daughter. She's 23 now. And I know for about 15 years, I focused on her and not so much on my career. Career became a job. I did the Girl Scout troop leader thing. I did going to dance, doing gymnastics, even violin lessons, the whole bit. So I focused on her. I know that if I had my plan in place and stayed focused on it during that time, I may have navigated that 15-year period a little bit differently. Very proud of how I raised my daughter. She's a wonderful individual, being successful in Dallas now. Shout out Blair.
Hey, Blair.
Hey, Blair.
But it's really important to be intentional about what you do when motherhood comes into your life. Motherhood can be a distraction, as can caring for elderly parents, other things that women kind of are supposed to do more than men do. And I think that sometimes this disparity in leadership comes in because we take that 15-year break where the men are continually addressing their career goals. Maybe we're not as aggressive during that time. I'm not saying put motherhood aside. It's vitally important if that's something you want to do. But think intentionally through that period.
Sometimes in talking to some of my guy friends where both the father and the mother are professionals,
Yes.
whether attorneys or others, there is a lot of conversations about the give and take. My wife wants to be the attorney that owns her own business and is able to go pick up her son from school.
Yes.
Because she wants to do that, that obviously frees me up to not do that. However, it's her priority is he's my priority. The business comes second. Now, the way I view things is, which may be misguided and maybe I need to read the book, is the career fuels everything else. And so it's not him being second. It's more of we'll have a talk. Have coffee. But speaking of books, because we're running a little low on time, name of your book again is Creating Your Own Success Plan, a Career Success Guide for Women.
Right.
Where can we get that book again?
It's on Amazon.
Okay.
You can just search for that, for my name or the name of the book, Janice Lamy. And then also there is creatingyoursuccessplan.com, where we have the whole success plan program, which
Those
includes
exercises you were talking before.
Yep. We got the book. We've got an online course that women can enroll in. And then we also have an online community that's just getting off the ground. So we're looking for members for that.
I love online communities where people support each other.
Right.
Whether it's health, whether it's entrepreneurs. I mean, there's so much value in
There is accountability for success.
Yeah.
I feel
Yes.
like.
Well, and then also just being around people that have empathy,
Yeah.
that understand what you're going through. So the other reason you're here, Janice, is you are also going to be one of the speakers are you a presenter or a speaker? Or both?
I think both.
Both. We'll have to ask Tristi. So you're going to be at the Women's Leadership Conference conference put on by Junior League.
I'm so excited.
So
It's gonna be great.
if you were somebody out there thinking about going to this thing, what can they expect to hear from you? What are you going to be talking about?
I'm going to be walking through the process of creating your success plan. And at the end of my presentation, you'll have an offer to get 15 worksheets to help you walk through that process
Awesome.
without ever purchasing the book. So there's going to be it's going to be chock full of steps that you'll need to take to work through your plan. But it's all doable, and it's going to be empowering and uplifting, and we're going to serve women and help them take that next step in their career.
I like it. I like it. You need to go to this.
I think
Chelsea?
probably I do. Well, I can't commit yet, but I think it sounds like something that would be really great for me, and especially at the point where I am in my career of I've kind of established what I'm doing, but what are those next steps? What is my 3-year plan, my 5-year plan, And I think that would be helpful for a lot of young women in Baton Rouge.
Yeah, every time I talk with women about it, they're like, wow, this is great. Now, they get caught up sometimes with that fear of failure, that myth of perfection, those limiting beliefs. But if you keep pushing through it, it's so worth it.
Well, Janice, we appreciate you being on the Geaux Rouge show. We certainly will have you back. Best of luck at your presentation. Well, that's about it for this first segment, Chelsea. We're going to be going to a hard break. Stick around Facebook Live. In our second half, we're going to have the League, Junior League, Baton Rouge, as well as B1 Bank. So don't go away, and we will be right back.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Yes,
much.
thank you.
You did a great job.
I'm gonna get your book. It sounds great.
Thank
It
you.
sounds like something I need.
And I would love your feedback.
Of course,
If
absolutely.
you need anything, Janice, let us know. Thank you again.
Please do.
All right, Brian. How was that? That felt good. Let me
Yes.
let me get the League
Water.
lined up. Hydrate for a second. We'll take a
It makes this nice noise.
oh. The Junior League mentioned us.
Ooh, we're famous. We're
So
famous.
there is a club in Baton Rouge called the Junior League. It's kind of like, it's not a club. I'm joking. It's not a club. It's like a sorority.
The face
No,
that's happening right here.
joking.
Oh boy.
Nene, no need. Don't give me that look. So we're gonna have Junior League, great women's organization. They do so much good community work.
I didn't even know Junior League was only women. I don't know how I didn't know that, but
I'm
I'm
feeling
so
like
sorry.
Chelsea is a potential member. You're gonna be a joint. I'm not gonna say that your role in this.
here we go.
I'm not gonna say that your role is gonna be to be like, give it to Mikey, he'll try it.
Oh boy.
But,
Okay.
But if
maybe
there-
Mikey likes it.
If
We'll
there's
see.
a women's organization that I can't join, and it's good for the show, Chelsea, I'm
Okay.
just saying.
Okay.
There's a.
I'm the litmus
There is
test.
a rush period. I'm joking. I am joking. We're not live. We're live.
We're on
but
We're on
Facebook.
Facebook.
We're not on live show.
The looks Franz is getting right now. It's Women's Month.
I
y'all.
gotta tell you, the best part. I was hanging out with some sustainers.
What's the sustainer?
Oh, we're gonna talk about it.
Ooh.
I was hanging out with some sustainers yesterday, and those are the people that have kind of aged out. No, serviced out. They're not aged out. They're not too old to be members of the club, right? Shout out to the sustainers. So
You're just digging. Like you're just
love-
continually digging.
Really put down the shovel at a certain point. That's.
Oh,
like
don't
I can
dig with
see
a
your
shovel.
head like barely
I don't
sticking out
dig
of
with
the
a
hole.
shovel. I dig with these hands.
I'm just saying, when you find yourself in a hole, you put the shovel down.
So we have Junior League on first, and then we have Business First Bank. So you may be asking yourselves, and I'll talk about this on, why am I having B1 Bank on? I've got a B1 Bank story I need to share.
Ooh.
The world needs to know my B1 Bank
So this is
story.
really about you.
It's generally always about me, Chelsea.
Okay. Okay.
Oh.
Ooh.
Stop the timer. All right,
That
you
scared
ready?
me. That was so loud.
I'm ready when y'all are.
All right.
Stand by.
It is segment 2 of episode 16 of the Geaux Rouge show. We are live in studio. I have Chelsea Gidden,
Hey.
guest host. I have Brian Haldane behind master controls, and of course, your host, your bourbon drinking, bow tie wearing, cigar
Cigar
smoking
smoking.
host,
Sometimes wears a hat.
Sometimes wears a hat. Criminal defense attorney Franz Broghardt. We got a great second half, Chelsea. We've got the league. Junior League is in the house. We've got two of their, I can't say their best members. The president of Junior League is here. Is
that even a member if you're the president?
Nini is, in fact, the best member of Junior League, and she'll let you know that. And then, of course, Tristi as well. But we also have B1 Bank. So they're going to be talking about a women's leadership conference. B1 Bank actually is sponsoring the conference, as well as I have a special story to tell you about B1 Bank.
I can't wait.
For it.
I really
wait
can't.
for it.
I'm so
It involves
excited.
me having a good old-fashioned Franz Broghardt tantrum.
Ooh.
Any
I've
good
got
tantrum
stories.
Yes. So before we jump into all that, we're going to do another shout out to Wing A Mania. It's this Thursday. When this airs on the radio, actually, it'll already come and gone.
Correct.
But it's this Thursday, 6 to 9 at Tin Roof. Get your tickets now. Get your tickets now. Get your tickets now. We are actually reaching the 2/3 sellout mark, which means we've sold with our comps and our ticket sales. We're gonna sell out.
That's great.
It's the only time selling out's a good thing. Unlike Metallica, Brian, it's the only time selling out's a good thing.
There's a ska song about that too.
Yeah, I know.
You know,
they didn't sell out, right?
I don't know why you got to insult Metallica. Is where I'm at.
Don't tread on me.
That's what I'm saying.
So it's time to talk about our show sponsors while they are still willing to sponsor us. So we have Smith, Shanklin, Sosa, one of my favorite personal injury law firms. We got Realtor Brittany Melanson. She's going to help you buy it, sell it, and then move on. Breck Parks is a sponsor. Louisiana Tech Park. Love the Tech Park. Sullivan's Steakhouse. You got to go to Thirsty Thursday. You got to try their knockout beverage.
The knockout. What's in the knockout? What is that?
It's a cocktail. I don't know. I mean, it's not like doing shots of Fireball.
Okay.
It's good. It's good. And then lastly, we have the Broghardt Law Firm. So I think it's time for the league. We've got to have the league in the house right now.
Let's do it.
So
Nini.
we have Tristi and Nini from Junior League. Introduce yourselves, ladies.
Hello, Namisha Patel, Fasanji, president of Junior League, a.k.a. Nini.
Nini.
Hey, I'm Tristi Carpenter, and I'm this year's chair for the Women's Leadership Conference.
And by the way, what is Junior League? Since I've been doing a horrible job describing what the league is, what is Junior League?
The Junior League is an all-women's organization here in Baton Rouge, and there's actually leagues across the country and internationally. Our mission really is to improve the communities we are in and also train our volunteers and our members to become effective leaders.
That spiel, that description,
Perfect.
felt well contemplated and delivered. That was
I've
really
been
good.
thinking about it while you called us a sorority.
I did not.
Ooh,
Well, you did just say you
burn.
have chapters all over the country.
It's
You
not a
didn't say
chapter.
chapter.
Do you have
I
a-
did not say
Do
chapters.
you have secret handshakes? I'm joking. I'm joking.
We need a
Franz.
secret handshake.
Do you have pens?
No, we do not. Actually, we do have a pen.
Y'all do have a pen.
We do have a pen.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I don't have a pen because I'm not a member. Can't join.
get
So
one.
the reason you guys are in the house, all joking aside, we at Geaux Rouge love Junior League. We've had Namisha, the president-elect, in. We will continue to celebrate you guys as well as promote the events you guys have coming up. And you guys have an event coming up, a major event coming up next week.
We do. Friday, March 13th at 9 o'clock, we are launching the first Women's Leadership Conference. It'll be all day. We have a fabulous speaker for our luncheon, and we'll have 14 breakout sessions so that women can learn about personal and professional growth with everything from their finances to health and wellness, their career growth. It's just a whole lot. And then we're actually going to cap off the day with a poverty simulation so people can see what the experience is for people living in poverty in our community.
So for those who are uninitiated, with a poverty simulation, it is just that, right? You're going through life as if you were impoverished, correct?
Yes. So we set up a mini city, and you get the description of a family, and you go through a day as somebody that's living in poverty.
Wow.
That's a lot.
Wow. That's a lot to take in.
So it's my understanding that you've been selling some tickets and that you only have 50 tickets left.
We only have 50 tickets left,
so-
both VIP and individual registrations.
So, Chelsea, I guess the question is
when am I going to buy my ticket?
What are you waiting on, dude? So Chelsea and I are going to actually be at the event. We're going to do a Geaux Rouge live feed at 10:30. When I say live feed, we're going to post it. We're going to be sitting down with the Business First Bank people. We're going to be sitting down with you guys, talking a little bit about leadership. I guess the question is for someone who hasn't heard about this conference. Yes, it's a women's leadership conference. who is the ideal person to attend? If you're one of those 50 people out here who haven't bought your ticket yet, who is the ideal person to attend, and what do you suspect, or what do you hope that someone will get out of going to this?
So really, when we talked about this Women's Leadership Conference last year with our board, we're an all-women organization. Part of our mission is to train volunteers to become effective leaders. And so what better way to celebrate that and, kind of make that happen with the conference. And so really it is geared towards stay-at-home moms, professional women, anybody that wants to come to the event. It is really, the theme behind the event is being the best version of you. And so you can learn how to be the best version of you there while enjoying our fabulous luncheon speaker, Layla Ali.
So one of the things that
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Layla Ali?
Knockout.
As in the Layla Ali.
Absolutely.
Like Muhammad Ali's daughter. Wow.
Yes. In case you don't know, Layla Ali is the winningest female boxer in the country. She has won 24 fights, 21 by knockout, and she is a very inspirational speaker. We are so excited to have her come in and be our luncheon speaker.
That's awesome. That's worth the ticket right there. She's an incredible person.
Yeah. It really is a bargain.
Chelsea, it really is a bargain.
Franz, did you buy your ticket yet?
I'm going to be buying 2 tickets after today.
Oh,
I'm going
okay.
to be making a Geaux Rouge. I've talked to Tristi about this. She may not have, as president, you may not be fully informed. But I will be I'm going to be giving away 2 tickets. So I am buying 2.
Oh.
If you share this Geaux Rouge Facebook Live video, or really share the Talk 107.3 video, tag Junior League of Baton Rouge, we will draw. Junior League will randomly pick 2 ticket holders. I guess I have to buy 3 if I'm going to go. So, yes, I have not bought my 2 tickets yet, but I will be buying and then giving, in fact, away 2 tickets. Not to discourage people from buying these tickets, but I kind of want to give back a little bit. One of the things that I've really enjoyed watching emerge in the last 3 to 5 years is this concept of mompreneurs. I have a lot of friends that are moms and business owners, and I would encourage all my mompreneur friends, shout out to all of them out there, to attend this, because we talked to Janice about this. You guys know Janice Lamy, right?
Yes.
She's going to be at your event, right? So one of the things I am interested in is the dynamic of being a parent and an entrepreneur, whether it's a mompreneur, whether it's a dadpreneur. I'm a dadpreneur.
Are you? Yeah, I guess.
I'm married to a mompreneur.
That's true. That's true.
I think, yeah, she's a mompreneur.
Are you Mr. Mompreneur?
I don't want to go down this road. So anyways, yes, we will be doing a ticket giveaway, but we will also be doing a live feed. So, man, I'm excited about this. Now, look, yes, y'all are no big deal. You're doing this major women's leadership conference in Baton Rouge. No big deal. You also do great community events. Can we talk a little bit about Touch a Truck, where you actually get to touch a truck?
Absolutely. So throughout the year, not only do we volunteer in the community with our community projects, we also have different fundraisers, holidays, the Women's Leadership Conference, River Road Recipes, our cookbook. There's 4 different cookbooks that you can purchase. But coming up, which we're really excited about, on March 21st is our Touch a Truck event. And that is going to be from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Breck State Fairgrounds. And from 9 to 11, we'll have Quiet Hours, which is sponsored by Emerge Center. And so there will be no noise. So any kids or parents that are sensitive to sound, they can come between 9 and 11 and have the same experience that you can when all the noise is happening as well.
Just so the record is clear.
Yes.
There's no age requirement or minimum age or age restrictions on touching a truck, right? If Franz Broghardt at 41 years old, yes, I'm 41, wants to touch a truck, I can touch a truck.
Well,
You're making faces, Tristi.
Well, absolutely, you can touch the truck, and I can say that I actually rode the lift on a box truck before. So there are all kinds of experiences.
Somebody
at
call
Touch a
OSHA.
Yeah, don't let the union know.
Well, talk to us about the trucks that are there, because I don't want people who are not familiar with this to think like, oh, you're going to bring a Ford F-150 and we're going to touch it. Talk about what this event really is.
So we have police cars, we have ambulance, we have dump trucks, we have concrete pouring trucks. I'm not good really with the construction industry, so
well, I mean, it's only your event.
There are dump trucks and backhoes, and I have to tell y'all, my son's favorite truck at Touch a Truck is actually the library's mobile book library,
Oh.
like the bookmobile. He loves going and sitting on the bookmobile every year.
So they get to get inside. They get to kind of feel around.
So the bookmobile is kind of like the Batmobile, but books.
But books.
Oh, I like it. It. Fisher likes books.
Well, you
It's
should bring
just-
Fisher to touch a truck.
Well, and the best thing about
Well,
Touch a
right.
Truck,
I've got to bring my 4-year-old to touch a truck.
Of
That's-
course.
Right.
but Touch a Truck is a true $10 ticket. It's $10 to get in, and you get all the food and drink you want. Your kids can spend all day there. They have inflatables. The kids can actually dig in the sand. They have smaller equipment that the kids can get on and play. So it's a really great family event.
So we've got about 30 seconds left. Again, if they want more information about the leadership conference, where should they go?
They can go to our website, juniorleaguebr.org. You can also go to our Facebook page. There's lots of information on there. The website does actually have our full agenda with all of our speakers and session descriptions. It has the information about Layla, and you can also see all of our fabulous sponsors. Another shout out to B1 Bank for being our title sponsor.
Wonderful. Tristi, Nini, thank you guys for coming in. Love you guys. Whenever you guys want to come on the Geaux Rouge Show, you're always welcome. Shout out to President-elect Namisha for connecting us. And thank you guys for putting this conference on. I mean, you only have 47 tickets left. I mean, so Chelsea, get on it. But I'm just saying, like, this is an amazing thing. How many total people will be there, you think?
We are looking at 400 attendees.
That's a lot of women.
That's a lot of women.
But there'll be men there too. There'll be men there too.
Yes, men
mean-
and women can all show up.
Right. That doesn't make you creepy being a
No.
dude with like 400 other or 300 and something other women.
Absolutely.
It's just, right. Unless you're a creepy dude.
And some people have also wondered if it's just for league members. This is open to the public. Anybody in Baton Rouge is
The
welcome to
closest
come.
you can, as male, that's the closest you can like come to like joining the.
Well,
like-
you know, Franz, we really do appreciate your support, though.
I-
You are a true supporter of the
I do.
league,
I
and
love
we
it.
really appreciate all of that. So,
I appreciate your appreciation and sincerely, guys, you guys are doing amazing thing for the women of the community as well as women throughout your other leagues, not chapters, leagues. So thank you guys for coming on. We're about to actually have Business First Bank in the house. Y'all should stick around just for a couple minutes and kind of hear my Business First Bank story or my B1
love
Bank
to
story.
hear it.
So into the studio we have Jamie. Is it Mimi? Mimi and Jamie. Y'all come over here. Y'all come share this microphone. It's time to share. Can we share?
Oh, boy.
Is this a safe space?
it's always the same.
So a while ago, Chelsea, I was starting a bank account for Geaux Rouge. This is how I became infatuated in love in a relationship. Whatever word, I don't want to put labels on it, but it's a thing. We're a thing. Business First
It's
Bank. B1
complicated
Bank.
on Facebook.
So I was trying to start a bank account at a bank that we will not name, and I walked in. I had my money, and they said the bank was empty. There was nobody there. There was the teller, and then there was the manager over in the corner, and they said I had to come back and set up an appointment to set up my account. Well, if you've ever seen a good old-fashioned Franz Broghardt tantrum, they're epic. It's like a 4-year-old tantrum. I know what a 4-year-old tantrum looks like. And so at that point, I reverted into what I can only characterize as a juvenile tantrum, where I was starting to ask questions like, you're not going to take my money? I mean, there's nobody here. Why do I have to come back and set up an appointment? Then maybe I went to social media afterwards.
Ooh, uh-oh.
So social media, it's fair to say, Jamie, that social media post where I shared my experience, you could probably find it if you search a little bit. It went it went viral. And so after the national marketing rep from that bank reached out to me, I had already entered into a new situation because Jamie, who is a family friend of mine, reached out and said, I can take your money and set up a bank account right now. And so that is how I set up my Geaux Rouge account at B1 Bank. The reason they're here today, Chelsea, is twofold. One, they are the featured sponsors of the Women Leadership
From Junior League.
Which
Is
the
not
league.
this Friday, but next Friday,
Correct.
the 13th.
Man, we're just plugging this thing.
We are.
like, all over the place. They're also going to be, when we do our live feed, so we're going to have some folks from B1 Bank at the live feed talking to us. We're going to talk to them about sponsoring the live feed. I'm not loud capping them right in front of you, but it's very affordable.
But you are.
It's very affordable. So anyways, so that's number one reason they're here. But
Cool.
number two reason they're here is there are organizations, there are businesses like B1 Bank that do a tremendous job supporting community initiatives. And seldom do they get praise for it, whether because they don't care about the praise, and it's not about that. We had Rebel Graphics, Brian, on not too long ago. Rebel Graphics is a good example of an organization that gives to the community oodles and oodles and doesn't want the hug back in
No,
return.
they stay low key about it. It's
Yeah, they
about
stay
getting
low
the job
key.
done.
B1 Bank stays low key about it, but I don't have to stay low key about the fact that Business First Bank is
Put
doing
it out
such
there.
great stuff. So
We appreciate that.
without further ado, we got Mimi and Jamie. Talk to us about what's going on with Business First Bank these days. So what do I need to know if I'm not a B1 Bank customer? What do I need to know?
Well, whether you're a business or a consumer, we are here for you at any time. Right? There's your notes.
It's okay.
Okay. Do I have to make sure this is
Right. Grab that
Just grab it
microphone.
and talk.
Yeah.
Yes. Give it the Steven Tyler approach.
Right.
So tell me more about B1 Bank.
Okay, so we're a consumer bank as well as a commercial bank. Whether you have small needs, large needs, we're here for you. And I guess one of the things I'd like to bounce off of you is when you need something, I'm there. And your officer, your banker is always there for you no matter what.
So I can tell you firsthand. I have 3 different businesses, Geaux Rouge Productions, and the Broghardt Law Firm, all bank with Business First Bank. If I email Jamie some absurd request like, hey, my accountant needs whatever, or hey, I'm having an issue with this money order that I've sat on for a year that just bounced, help. I will tell you one of the things I love about B1 Bank is the fact, yeah, good job, Jamie.
Thanks.
One of the things I love, and I tell people, is I have a banker. Now, Jamie actually isn't, quote unquote, my banker. I think I'm at the Jefferson branch, but I always email Jamie, and Jamie never says to me, hey, dude, why don't you go to your own bank? Why don't you go to your Jefferson branch?
So you have a relationship. You have an actual
And that's
personal
what-
relationship.
That is
correct.
the
That is
important
correct.
thing.
Yes.
B1 Bank is a relationship-driven, team.
Well, and that develops trust between you. Like, y'all are the people who have my money.
Correct.
So I
like it.
Yeah.
And it's not just a matter of the relationship, too. It's also that we're able to offer sophisticated systems and that we have the technology that goes behind it. So we are able to offer those services. But you know Jamie, and you know that you have that relationship with her, and she knows you. And so she knows what she can offer.
I am a dinosaur. So I am the guy that, candidly, so what you need to know is B1 Bank has an app where you can make deposits, you can move money, you can do all these different things. I'm the dinosaur, Mimi. I have to physically hand the deposit to somebody and watch them do whatever they do. Yes, I agree that my life would be tremendously better.
You're not an app man? There's an app
I don't
for that.
feel, I don't feel comfortable. I want to watch the money go into the bank.
I do my checks. I take the picture of the check.
Well, the other thing is, as an entrepreneur, there is that nice feeling, and I hate to say this is going to sound so petty. There is a nice feeling of going to the bank and giving the bank a deposit because it means you're hopefully making money.
Doing well.
You're doing
Right.
yeah.
That's your
so it's
success
like
in a bag.
maybe it's like the victory laugh of, hey Jamie, what's up? Got a deposit for you. I don't know. So
Do you have the little bank bag? I remember
I
that when
don't-
I was a kid. My dad had that bank bag, and you put everything in there.
I don't really have a bank bag per se, but okay,
He
here
has
comes
other
that.
swag. He has other swag.
Unless he's dealing predominantly in cash. I mean,
Go Rouge.
Franz.
Go Rouge.
You never know.
Franz.
So, as a criminal defense attorney, I occasionally deal in cash. Anyways, so
Brought to you
all
by
right,
Franz Broghardt
so
Law Firm.
one of the questions I have is why? Okay, so we got this phenomenal junior league conference coming up that Chelsea is going to get a ticket for at some point, maybe.
Maybe.
There's only 47 tickets left.
I'm pretty sure my boss is watching this, so
Yes.
I didn't commit yet.
So Sasso would, if I were Sasso, I would buy Chelsea's ticket for her.
You're getting me in so much trouble right now.
I love. Shout out to Sasso. Dude, we've said Sasso like 7 or 8 times.
Sasso.
Yeah.
So that's so Sasso.
So my question is, and I guess I kind of already, it's a question I already know the answer to. Why underwrite this conference? What is it about this conference? What is going on here?
Well, as full disclosure, I am a junior league member.
Nice.
This is my
Shocker.
9th year. I know. But I've actually had firsthand being able to see all that the Junior League of Baton Rouge has done. And what they do very, very well, as Namisha mentioned, is that they train volunteers. Well, at B1 Bank, we're all about training our employees too. So we are a training bank. And so when we saw that synergy of us being a training bank and we've got Junior League that is a training organization, it was just the perfect storm. And we were thinking we definitely want to be the title sponsors of this, especially it's the first year and we know it's going to be going on for many, many years to come. And so we were really excited to get in on this inaugural year.
So I think it's fair to say, and I've talked to you guys about this, I think it's fair to say in terms of being an entrepreneur in Baton Rouge and going back to mompreneurs, we were talking about mompreneurs earlier. Mm-hmm. When I get asked by baby lawyers are not babies that are lawyers, but
I was about to say, where can I find a baby lawyer?
When I get asked by new business owners, when I get asked by entrepreneurs, baby lawyers, hey, where do you recommend that I go banking? I actually tell people, and again, this is not a shameless plug for you guys, I actually tell people, candidly, I would go with a bank like you guys because, one, you care more. I'll just say it. You care more. And two, you're an entrepreneur-oriented bank.
Yes.
Whether it's getting that SBA loan that you need to start your business, we went through. You and I, we went through that, which was the way I started my law practice. Mm-hmm. And then, fortunately, knock on particle wood, fortunately, I was able to pay that line of credit off. I don't need a line of credit anymore, but maybe one day the Broghardt Law Firm will explode and go global, and we're going to be back at the, point being, you guys are really shaping yourselves into being the entrepreneur bank, especially with some of those wonderful services that you have that I think a lot of people need to know about, so.
And we'll have a session on that actually
at
the Women's Leadership. Oh, thank you. At the Women's Leadership Conference, because there are a lot of people out there that are ready to start their own business, but they just don't know where to start. They've got a great idea.
They don't know how to handle their money.
They don't know how to, how much capital do I need? What do I need to do to get things started? And so this is something that we'll be able to give some information at the conference for anybody who has those ideas. But then we'll also have a session in the morning that'll talk more about personal finance. And wow, that has been a big topic. Every time that we do a speaking engagement, personal finance comes up a lot too, as well as starting businesses. So that'll be a great thing for the conference.
We have about a minute left.
Okay.
For more information, Jamie, Mimi, about you guys, and by you guys I mean B1 Bank. If you want to put your big toe in the water, see, I said big toe in the water. I didn't say go on the nude beach because that's a totally different analogy. If you want to put your if you want to put your big toe in the water and learn more about B1 Bank, besides going to this great conferences, there's only 46 tickets left too because Chelsea and Sasso are going. What should they do? Where should they go?
For the conference?
No, for B1 Bank.
Just for B1 Bank. You can go to our website if you're more technology driven. For the people that are like Franz and don't want to necessarily go there, that's perfectly fine. You can come on in. We'd be glad to talk to you more about it. We have branches all over the greater Baton Rouge area, and we're actually located downtown on Laurel Street.
I'm like a pawpaw. I like to go in to the downtown, like the Valet Park downtown in the red zone. I like to go get my coffee. Mm-hmm. I like to do a visit a little bit. So thank you guys for coming in. Business First Bank, now known as B1 Bank. Thank you guys for coming in. I will certainly be at the Women's Conference getting more information about the services you guys offer. You're always welcome on the show. And we're going to be talking to them on not this Friday, but next Friday.
Next Friday, Friday the 13th at that Junior League Women's Conference.
She keeps bringing that 13th up.
I just think it's cool. Friday the 13th is great.
Folks, Franz Broghardt, Chelsea, Brian Haldane wish you a great morning. Shout out to all you guys going to the conference, and we will see you next week.